Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm in the land of the living again. If you want to know more, stay tuned to the end of this video. You may have noticed, I've kind of been slacking, not really putting out as many videos, not as often, etc. for a while now. And I'll tell you all about it at the end of the video if you want to know all the gory details. I may even show you my scars. I'm just kidding. So, I'm finally back. I have all this new makeup to play with. I have not worn makeup in forever and ever. It felt so good to do this today. So, I have some beauties for you today. There are so many new things coming out. They're slowly trickling in, slowly coming out. And I was so excited to try this one product out for you guys today that I do have on that it really motivated me and got me excited to put on my makeup today. And that is a new product from Becca. This is their Golden Hour Soft Light Blurring Powder. So they win the prize for nicest powder packaging. Look at this. This is something you would sit on your vanity or your dresser. Look at how nice that is. I mean, this looks like a super high-end, like a La Mer or something. So it has this really nice heavy lid that twists off. And then you have a sifter of the powder. Now this powder is supposed to have sort of microspheres in it, and they're supposed to blur and soften your lines, and it's supposed to be a setting powder, or you can put it on top of your setting powder to blur imperfections. The concern I had about this when I ordered it, I just totally ordered it blind, was that it does have a color. It does have a color to it. So I was a little worried it was going to add a lot of color to my super white face. So it comes out super finely milled. It is pillowy, billowy, soft. And it's very light. Let me show you on the back of my hand how this looks. So what I did today, here it is, just heaped on my finger. I'm going to put it on my other hand. I'll tell you more at the end of my video. I will tell you all about it. So it comes out, looks kind of peachy, doesn't it? Do you like the ring? My little boy bought that for me at Target for Christmas. Anyway, it just comes out kind of peachy. I don't know if you can even see it. Let me turn it down, see if you can see the color on it. It does impart just the tiniest bit of color. So what I did today was I used just my Lancome Teint Idole Cushion Foundation, just a very sheer, lightweight, throw it on and go foundation. And then for my setting powder and to set my under eye concealer, I used this Becca blurring powder. Anyway, I did use a big fluffy brush and I sort of gently patted it on to set my foundation. And I think I'm really liking this stuff. So it doesn't really give me a whole lot of color. It's not giving me a huge color difference between my neck and my foundation where I put the powder on. I don't see a huge color impact on my skin, even as pale as I am. There is a very slight color impact on there, very slight. So if I'm wearing a foundation that's maybe a tiny shade too deep for me, I probably would not use this on top of it. But all of my other really pale foundations probably work pretty well with this. It is very soft. It does not go in my pores. It does not go in my lines. As far as the blurring aspect, yes, I can see that. I can see a radiance. I can see a luminousness and a glow on my skin from this product. I can see some blurring going on. So there's some blurring of my lines in here. Most of all, it just really makes you look radiant and dewy. Now it says it absorbs oil or it blocks oil. I don't really know because it seems very dewy to me. It seems very radiant and luminous. I think it's really superior as an under eye setting powder because it is giving me a luminousness under there that I definitely need on my under eyes. It's not emphasizing my wrinkles. It's not going in my wrinkles. It's not giving me that sort of dry, puckered look that I get in my under eye a lot of times when I powder. This is giving it sort of a moister, dewier look under my eyes. I really am enjoying this powder. I love the packaging. So overall, I can recommend this powder. There's quite a bit in here, so it's going to last you quite a while. It is not all that cheap. but I think it really does give a glow and a luminousness. Now for two more new products. There's a new line of stylo lip products from Hourglass, and it's all named, it's called Girl, and it's all named different things: Achiever, Peacemaker, Seeker, all these different names that are supposed to sort of be female empowerment. So I picked up a color called Seeker. Now this one turned out to be way too pink for me, but I will show you the color of it anyway. So comes in this really nice bronze metal tubing. I really like the packaging on this. Heavy, very high-end, kind of Tom Fordy to me. Reminds me of Tom Ford or someone really expensive. These are $32 each. Huge range of colors, but mostly very natural, very nude, natural colors. Pop the top off and you have a large crayon type, and it glides right on. All of these, and I tried a bunch of these colors in the store, all of these were very high shine. They're very high shine. They're creamy, but they're very high shine. Every one of them had the exact same amount of shine to it. I actually picked up the wrong color. That's why it's so pink, and it's just too pink for me to wear on my lips. I was wanting to pick up a color called Peacemaker. I don't know how I grabbed this one. This one was in the wrong slot or something. I was in a hurry anyway. But anyway, nice and hydrating. I did wear this for several hours the other day. Hydrates well, feels very nice, glides right on, has a little bit of shine to it. So a very nice product, a very nice feel. I just got the wrong color. I need to take it back and get a different one. But yeah, a really nice quality product. Okay, I hate this product. I hate it. Okay, I was in the checkout line at Sephora, and I saw this whole line of these, and I'm like, I've never seen these. I've never heard of them. Oh my God, how did this get past me? These are from Glamglow, the Plumperageous Matte Lip Plumper Treatment, and at the bottom it says Extreme. It's extreme, all right. Let me just tell you right now. So there's a whole range of these, mostly natural, nudie colors, mauvies, you know, nothing really outrageous, vampy. So it says it's a matte tint on top, and I got the color called Stacked. I tried several colors on the back of my hand. A lot of them really worked for me. This is a thick lip sort of lacquer, and it has the most unique dispensing system in the universe. It says here to turn, and it shows you the direction to turn it in. Turn it that way. So turn, and as you turn, this wand pops out. Okay, so then you pull the wand out and you have your product on the end. Looks like a great thick consistency liquid lipstick, or I guess varnish. I put it on the back of my hand. The color is wonderful. Look at that color. Good everyday nude. But as soon as you touch this to your lips, you want to start screaming. Oh my gosh, it looks like melted ice cream. Like a chocolate mocha ice cream. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? I mean, I'd love to wear that just all day long on my lips. A perfect everyday gloss color. But it hurts. It burns like nothing I have ever experienced on my lips before. And I even got a teeny bit in my mouth, and the end of my tongue was numb. I mean numb, like I could have put it on my teeth and got a filling. It is extreme. It hurts. So I sat there with it for 5 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm not the most super sensitive about those kind of things, but this just killed me. These colors are beautiful. This even has a little bit of a sparkle in it, and it just hurts. Let's try it on top of another lipstick. So this is a Huda Beauty liquid lipstick here. You know I love my Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks. Let's put a little right here. Yeah, do not get it in your mouth. Do not get this in your mouth. Okay, I'm kind of glad I tried that because it is not burning like it was before. It's very minty. If it's not actually contacting my lips, it's probably not plumping them either. That one. It's starting to really burn up here. Starting to really hurt up there. That's where it's actually touching my skin and not my lipstick. Lots of things coming up, guys. Lots of stuff. I have a big order coming in from Lancome. I got the rose highlighter. Yes, the rose that sits in a box on your vanity and you never really use it just because it's pretty. I did get that. I'm going to try it out. I have to do it. So the drama in my life is finally over. So if you remember last summer, I had told you guys that I was having some health problems and I was going to end up having surgery and I was worried about it, etc. Well, we kind of postponed that surgery. I postponed that surgery for a while until I could get some good health insurance. Better, I was having gallbladder issues. And I postponed it, got to feeling better, thought I can put this off for a while. We got on some really good health insurance at the end of the year and said, okay, in January, we're going to go ahead and take out my gallbladder. We're going to go ahead and do it, have the surgery. That way we don't have to pay in full for it. We got on some insurance for it. Finally, got in to see a surgeon, got an appointment, and had my gallbladder out. This is my 5th day post-op, and I'm feeling pretty good. I still have pain in my whole belly. I'm mostly down at my belly button. That's where the bigger incision is. I had a laparoscopic procedure, so 3 tiny little cuts, and that's it. I was in the hospital. My surgery was 25 minutes long, and then I was in recovery for an hour and a half, and then I went home. So it is over, and for the last couple of months, I have not been really doing a whole lot of makeup, doing a whole lot of videos, keeping up with my videos, pounding them out every other day like I was beforehand, because I was very nervous about this surgery. I hate medical stuff. I hate anything to do with medical stuff. So I was nervous, and I was sitting, the closer it got, the more I was just wanting to sit around and do nothing and think about how worried I was and just not do anything productive. That's why I have not been putting out videos quite as often as I was, say last fall. So that should improve now. Things should start picking up. I should start getting more back to doing more videos. If anybody's facing this surgery or thinking about this surgery, you can message me and I will tell you all about it. It went really well. It was really easy, and no problems so far. That's my drama. I didn't want to show you guys swatches on the back of this hand. This is where I had my IV, and I have a bruise. Look at that bruise. It is enormous. So anyway, that's my story, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for your support. Bye.